I ended up writing to the president looking to be considered for non-monetary benefits as frontliners with Ghana COVID, because we did a great job. So we wrote and signed, and this letter was taken straight to the president. And then the president responded accordingly from the private secretary. Hey, principal private secretary, the president.
This is
please request to be considered for land allocation by private health practitioner under the medical whatever is ready. You see. And this one again wrote from the president's office to the Minister of Lands. And the Minister of Land released these papers. You see. So we want you to see, because we want to announce at least my request what I said government appreciate we are still waiting for duty-free exemption of duty. Because at least now it will put pressure again any officer from the president down and isi takanyora tichida kurecognize wose vanhu vanga vakashanda chaizvo as mafrontliners. So land yedu I sure now we've been allocated you see now this one done. So even the president will be very happy.
Yeah, because we are acknowledging we most of the time, especially private players, they cry foul while it's in their offices, not taking advantage of national programs that are available by government. But we, as the Medical and Dental Private Practitioners Association, we took it upon ourselves and officially wrote to the presidency, directly to the president's office, and the president, as highlighted through his private secretary, wrote to the Minister of Lands, who is in this case being represented by Dr. Basera, the permanent secretary. And what we have there, it's an endorsement of our engagement with the government. And the purpose of this press conference, as the president of our association has said, is to thank the government for hearing us, number one, but not only hearing us. If you see, this was not procrastinated. Most of the time people think government procrastinates, it takes forever to come up with issues to deal with them. But look at those days. In 5 days, a letter was sent. In 5 days, we got our response. And the response, there's nothing behind the scenes, like nothing like hidden, nothing unscrupulous about it. And nothing, any of the association, bona fide medical and dental and private practitioners association member, who is a fully subscribed member in various provinces of the country, can have access to land now, ranging from whatever they want. All we are urging is that our members should bite what they can chew. We don't want a member of our association to say they want 100 hectares when they have a capacity for 20. Yeah. So that's what we are now. The next stage now is we are taking this endorsement to the provinces, where if Dr. Masia says he wants to be Marsh West, I will go to the Marsh West provincial minister with that copy of the letter, written, endorsed by the president, seconded by the permanent secretary of lands, and apply. And I'll be allocated my piece of land and start get my 99 ELS and start developing and contribute to national discourse. So that's what we are here to say. And our members are already excited. We've got 372 members scattered across the 10 provinces. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the question I was about to ask. 300 what?
72.
Saka wesa they are eligible for an addend.
Yes, some are
no player or no doubt you not food. Those are that you got 50 the ones selected now 20.
We allocated 20.
What will not apply 20 per minister.
So has this land been identified already?
No, I said land is in province.
Okay.
But what you do is the provincial minister and the chief land officer don't want to play from a farm Sakataka downstairs. Sakayo no Hawkins Pane here minister for outside Nira. You took up the minister of lands to say was a form for it. uyanoita schedule yake rero muprovince koko because taona kuti tsamba idzi mukatarisa dzakanyorwa to all 10 how is this people work
they work and it's not each province
imagine the PEMSEC
like
signing 10 letters for all provinces because some of our members are in
Mash Central,
you see.
And
one by one.
This is Mash East Province.
How serious it
This
is?
is
The government is no more attending.
This is Mashona Center. This is Mat South and then Mash.
A lot of people are actually clamoring to get land, but they can't.
A lot of people actually just say there's no land.
Normal people they tend to say this organization is for doctors, but it's an all-inclusive medical association.
Yes, it's a healthcare platform.
And there should be some emphasis on that. Maybe saying it's like everyone who is a member of this association is entitled to this like this.
Yes.
Exactly. If you look here, it says it's private health practitioners. It's not saying doctors. Yeah. It's saying, and then if you actually look at the attached list of doctors or people who applied, there's Sister More Blessing, there's Sister Ningi Ningi, there's Sister Grace Chikumbu. All these are not medical doctors per se, but they are health practitioners.
Who are still frontliners.
They are all frontliners. Yeah.
And I think previously the issue of security of tenure has been an issue with regards to land allocation. How has that been resolved at this particular juncture?
No, we are since now people are starting to apply. The first thing, the most important thing to do is to get an offer letter. Then from there, we are safe. We start from there. Yeah. Because what is needed now is application, and then you get offer letter.
Formal proper offer letter. The names of
the names
who applied.
Yeah.
Security of tenure. I think it's a global issue that the government is addressing, and which we hope with the that's why we were saying we urge our members also to bite what they will be able to chew. If Dr. Masia takes 100 hectares and is only able to use 20, obviously there will be dilapidation in the other 80, and no one also issue with repossession because I'm not using it. But if I take 20 and I'm seen to be doing very well in the 20, I can again apply for an extension to say, can we have another 30 or 40 hectares, because I've already proven myself that I'm able to administer and utilize that. But we hope to get 99-year leases which come with the offer letter, which will probably become bankable soon. Anything else from you guys?
Apart from the land allocation, what is your organization doing in terms of corporate social responsibility in terms of other issues, maybe especially COVID-19? How is your contribution to my issues in COVID-19 for government response?
We actually first at the moment we actually decongested public health facilities in terms of vaccination. Now it's very easy because we in the private sector actually went in, joined, and we started vaccinating, and by so doing we removed the pressure from government. So it has been smooth, especially in Harare, and the people are getting vaccinated. Yes.
And if you saw, just to add on what you said, the week that the government allowed private practitioners to vaccinate, the average number of vaccines issued per day moved from less than 20,000 to an average of 50,000, in some cases to almost 100,000 per day. And now, if you ask anyone, we don't see any queues. What we actually should be doing is to communicate even more and better with all these policies that the government through the civil services issuing in the private companies. That's no vaccination, no access to it. No one can now say, I cannot receive a vaccination because it's congested. Anyway, you go, you can find
now considering that momentum for vaccination somehow died down soon after relaxation of the lockdown, what is the private healthcare sector doing to ensure that at least we ramp up vaccination and attain 80 minutes by percent?
Yeah, we are actually natural advocates for vaccination, where we try to preach as much as possible. If you notice, I've been on radio for 2 times or 3 times this week alone, trying to preach the gospel of vaccination. There's a lot of disinformation and misinformation again, and the prophets and the conspirators who continue to throw their stories against vaccination. So it's unfortunate, but we are going to win. We have to soldier on and continue encouraging people that we are not yet out of the woods, because we are facing a 4th wave, which is likely coming end of the year, since other countries have already entered into the 4th wave. So we have to be very careful. Because so far we've just vaccinated about 14.5% in terms of double for both doses. And we are targeting at least 60%, which is quite far. But with the laxity that I noticed in the lackadaisical approach being taken by people now, it may spell disaster in a few weeks.
Do you know, in other countries, it's actually difficult to get a vaccine. In Zimbabwe right now,
it's free.
It's for free. There's no waiting period.
We have government securing for you. You are running away from something that was bought. You see, it's
in
government
other countries. You go. We were listening to Singapore national vaccination program just before we came for the meeting. You apply through their Singapore.org for you to be given a 2-week waiting period, and they are still prioritizing certain groups. For us right now, any of you guys, some you are less than 30, you just walk in, you can go to any vaccination center. If they don't ask you how old are you, as long as you are above 18, for example, according to national policy, we are even going on to 14 years and 17 years. We've got the luxury of both doses are being available to non-essential workers, which in other countries is very difficult. Yeah. So, and you begin to hear somebody say, I don't want Sinovac, I want Johnson. And even if we were to bring Johnson today, somebody will say, I don't want Johnson, I want Pfizer. But at the end of the day, when you are getting vaccinated, you are getting vaccinated. You are for your own protection. So we urge people to not hide behind the finger and say there's no vaccine. The vaccines are not accessible. They are. Even in the rural clinics, they are. It's the uptake of people, the number of people that we can find.
In rural areas, they are also doing this more.
Yeah. Our Zimbabwe expanded program for immunization is being stronger in the rural areas.
And we are
in the towns.
Vaccination is one of my Africa 7.
Out of Southern Africa, we're number 1.
Takarogwa nema Arab. Morocco, Tunisia, Vinara Comoros,
but otherwise,
so our association has done a lot. Remember, we remember we went to but we see actually we actually attend to disadvantaged members of the society without paying money, because we use a team of professionals. If say you are admitted, you need laboratory tests. We have members of the laboratory who are here. They will take blood and test free of charge. Then the pharmacists will supply drugs. Then I, the doctor, will attend to do the ward round. And the ultrasound scanner, ultrasonographer, will do the scan. That's what we did on Gringo. We never used a single dollar. One would bring that. This is why, because it's a collection of all private medical practitioners with different skills. You see, so that's how we are operating. We want to change the way of doing things. People used to know what you call private chatted. You see. Yeah. If you find the disadvantage, you should get hold of any of our members. We coordinate. nevanhu nemaspecialist arimo tinawo akawanda. Tine mageneral surgeons neurosurgeons. So tinongokumbira kuti neurosurgeon panamba atobuda anazokwanisa kusvika ari kutete. Tine munhu ane musoro vane chuma ida kuoperatwa. Iye anoziva next step toita sei.
Just a quick one, Dr. Pane yataitaura yekuti kuma rural areas nyaya vaccination pane challenges anga ari kufacwa private practitioners kuti access vaccines from district or province. Has there been any improvement since last month?
There was no movement in Mashonaland and East.
That's the one we
there was no movement with Mashonaland, but Mashonaland and West actually started supplying. I think because the boss said they did not receive the doses, but of which I don't think is true. No, it's just they were trained for 5 days. How can you train people for 5 days to give the vaccine? Delaying people. So the system here, man, then it is not human. Until for out of one, why she expedite, she couldn't meet the farmer. Just was no son of Simbi. When she had ever more meat, I'm the guns, and I'm about 5 days. Manisa no buy. You can go buy it on a chatted.
And I see, mind you, vaccine is you don't go to school in a class that you vaccine knowledge is already there. Vaccine injection is it's just the logistics and the movement. Which we are in Harare. We applaud the city health.
City health.
They did very well. Within half a day, training was done. The following day, deployment. Now everything's going on smoothly. Yeah, the same in Blawayo.
Okay.
There was never a problem. And there's no difference between those who were trained in half a day and those who were in labor for 5 days. Those who did probably they've got lesser uptake because they were discarded. Half a day, so I don't know.